Morning. I did a video the other day. It's for Saturday when I went shopping, but it just didn't feel right, so I didn't upload it. Yeah, I thought I'd come down to Western Shore, which is walking distance from where I live. Not many people here today, which is good, unusual, and the water is so clear. I've not seen it this clear, not around Western. What I wanted to talk about was boundaries, and not only boundaries, but being authentic to yourself. Trust yourself. Be yourself. For the best part of 20 years, I had no boundaries. Well, even longer than that. To be able to do what I wanted to do, to be able to provide the sport I needed to provide, I just couldn't have any boundaries. And that's what it was like for 20 years. After the 20 years, when that all finished, when that separated, it was so difficult to define boundaries. Because what is a boundary? How do you define what a friendship is? Who would you call friend? Who would you call more than a friend? I don't know. I still don't know. I still treat most people the same. I don't see a difference. There isn't a difference as far as I'm concerned. Well, it could be the good thing, could be a bad thing. It's got me into trouble many times. People have assumed my intentions to be not what I intended. But because I treat everyone the same, it was difficult to reassure what my intention was. Because I've never expressed emotion. If you live in a relationship where if you express emotion, it caused problems, and the problems would last 1 to 6 hours, sometimes ended up in hospital. So you repress all the emotions, so you forgot how you express your emotion. So that combined with no boundaries, it's over the last couple of years has been a really steep learning curve for me. The spirituality stuff, the spirit stuff, mindfulness, healing, that has all helped. That's all come together and given me an idea of how I should be behaving, how I should be reacting. So expressing emotion and analysing what emotions are, that's been difficult. I've had friends who you text them, they text back immediately. And I've got friends who you text and they might not text back for hours. And the knee-jerk reaction is, what have I said? Have I said something wrong? Have I done something wrong? Should I text again to say, hey, try and put it right? So you text again, try and put it right, don't get a reaction. You think that you've made it worse. So you continue to try and put it right. And it's taken a long time, a very long time, to come to the conclusion I haven't done anything wrong, I haven't said anything wrong, they just could be busy. Now, that took a lot because it meant I had to trust in myself that whatever I've done was done for the best interest, the best intention. So boundaries are to, well, they're different for everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean they're different per person you interact with. A boundary for one person will be different for another person. It depends how that relationship is. And like I said, earlier, I treat everyone the same. The term relationship means friendship, relationship, being intimate, platonic. Even if it's just picking up the phone and talking to someone, you still, in my eyes, have a relationship with that person. Now the problem with some people is they don't, like me, they don't trust in themselves. They think they have to do something for the other person, for an approval, for a reward from the other person, to say that yes, I acknowledge your text, I acknowledge your intention. And you have to let go of that requirement, that need. Otherwise you'll always be there waiting for that acknowledgement, and you'll never move on, you'll never find the person you're looking for. So you have to be disciplined, you have to be devoted to yourself. Show devotion to yourself, not to anyone else. Do what you always do. If you send flowers, always send flowers. If you're sending flowers to please them, don't do it. If you're sending flowers because you like to, because you want to, for you, to express how you are, then do it. But if you do something and the result of what you do makes you feel sad, makes you feel disappointed, makes the situation awkward, then you're not doing it for your best interest, you're doing it for their best interest. So the message is really, whatever you do for you. Whatever you want to do for you. Don't do something thinking, after I've done this, I'll be able to help someone, I'll be able to do something with that person. They'll want to be with me more often. They'll want, their attitude will change. Doesn't mean that will happen. If you're not getting the right response from people, if you're not getting the right reaction from people, the reaction which makes you feel good in yourself, makes you feel that your action was the right action, then don't do it. Because after a while you'll start regretting and feeling feeling annoyed that you're making the effort and it's not being received as intended. Be you. You have got a great gift, a great range of you have got a great range of intentions, and all your intentions are for the best. Now, every intention should be for yourself, to make your situation better, to make your knowledge better, to make your health better, make your being better. And in making these intentions, in acting out on these intentions, if that brings happiness and that brings wisdom to other people, then you've done everything you've needed to do. You've done what you've intended to do. If it brings ignorance, if it brings rejection, if it brings silence from the other people, whoever they are, and stop doing it. Because although you've got the best intention, you'll end up regretting and resenting them. And it might be just that one intention was misread, that was misreceived, that your intention was for one thing and they assumed it meant something else. Obviously these videos are really about me, about how I feel about people, to try and work out why I feel what I feel about people and how to react to it. It's not really intended for anyone else. But hey, let's put it on YouTube, let's see if it helps people. Because at the end of the day, the courses I do, the mindfulness I do, the meditation I do, is all to help me accept what the other person's like, what the other person does. So I have no judgment, so I'm able to help them and try and guide them to a better way of thinking, better lifestyle. If they don't accept it, if they don't like it, if they don't want it, that's fine. That's completely fine. If it does help, if it does improve their life, then fantastic. Working on me was worth doing. Then again, working on me is always worth doing, because the more I work on me, the more I'm less dependent on the reaction of others. And the more happiness and more beauty I see in the world around us. Now, everything you do, everything you think, everything you feel, everything you want, everything that happens to you, all happens for a reason. And you should be accepting what your heart is saying should be happening, what your gut feeling is about the situation. If you start and think about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, how you're feeling, then you're always dealt what your decision is, what your requirements are, what your path is. I mean, my life is about to change completely. And last night I spent a good hour thinking it was the worst thing ever, the worst thing happening. But after that, I sat down, thought about it, considered what it actually means, and came to the conclusion what is happening is what I planned to happen. What is it? It's April now. 7 months ago. 8 months ago, I planned this action. Planned what was happening, what is happening. The way I'm getting there is different. The conditions have changed. The path to get to the end result, the outcome, what I wanted 8 months ago, is different. But the outcome is still the same. So it took me a long time to come to the conclusion that actually what's happening is what I wanted and what I planned. And the reason I found it hard to accept is because the path it took to get to the outcome I wanted is different. And in the end, you just have to accept your path. You have to accept the surroundings. You have to accept the events which are happening to you. Because at the end of the day, they're all happening for your best interest. Because you determined what the outcome was. You created the world you're in. Every action you have taken has formed what has happened today. If you don't understand what I mean, think about, you decided you would go to college, you'd go to university. From there you'd get qualifications. From there you would get a job of your choice. With the job of your choice you would move locations to where you wanted to live. Everything what happens is your decision, is your path, is your idea. If you hadn't taken those steps, you wouldn't be where you are now. So everything what is happening to me is of my doing, is my requirement, it's what I wanted. So why should I get upset about what I wanted? That's what it comes down to. It might have happened a different way, might have happened with different people, might have taken longer, might have taken shorter, but the outcome is the same. If there was a circumstance in your life, in your lifestyle, in your family, or your day-to-day doings which made you sad, the universe is going to do something and it's going to make it right. And when it does, you'll think, oh my God, how is that happening to me? Why is it happening to me? Sit back, think about it, and understand what is happening and the steps which have led to where you are and what you're doing. Right, with that, I'm going to say goodbye. So have a good day, because it's fabulous out here. Be safe, take care, see you next time.